Hey guys, just getting ready to do some engraving here, and I'm using my Dremel 4000. And I realized I didn't find many videos clearly going over how to attach a flex shaft to the Dremel. Because I can tell you from experience, dremeling like this, it's not fun at all. So let's tell you how we do this. This attachment is the flex shaft attachment that goes on the 4000 and a number of other Dremels. I would definitely look to see which one it fits. I'll put a link in the description to this and my Dremel. But this thing is pretty handy, right? So it's like almost like writing with a pencil or a pen. It's a lot more comfortable in the hand. I've already started to disassemble it. I'll kind of put some of these things back in so you can actually see it. So first and foremost, your flex shaft comes with an additional tool to loosen your nuts and whatnot and your attachments. I have the old one here as well, but first thing you're gonna do is you're going to hold down your lock button. It stops it from spinning freely. Take your tool, loosen it, unscrew this, take that out, take your cap off. We don't need the cap. And then remove your collet. If you don't take this out, I can tell you from experience, it's not going to work correctly. This thing does generate a little bit of heat, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. And if you don't do it right, you're gonna get a lot more heat than you really want. So that's out. Pretty much this is naked. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this little hex nut that comes with it. It's got one side of it that has a square hole there. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. It's got a square hole there. There's a wire that's within your flex shaft right here that goes right in there, and that's what's gonna allow it to spin for you. So we'll attach this. Again, we'll hold our lock feature. Make sure your square is facing away from your Dremel. Take one of these tools here, make sure that's on nice and tight, just like that. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this square feature, we're gonna make sure we align it with our Dremel. It's gonna be a little tricky, but once you get it, just screw it in. It doesn't like to spin very well, so you may find that it's easier to spin the Dremel itself. Try not to tangle your wires. This could be a little tricky. All right, now that that's tight, we're good on that feature. So it's the same thing like the Dremel. So we put our collet in here, and the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this collet nut that they sent us, and we're gonna hold this down, and we're gonna screw this on. But you don't wanna screw it down too tightly because you wanna be able to add your bit or your cutting tool. That's what I'm gonna do right here. So I'm putting it in there, put it in as deep as possible so that it doesn't wobble on you while you're using it.
Yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. Yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby.
It can be dangerous. Get this where I want it. All these manufacturers do recommend that you put it in at least halfway, minimum. Take a little tool, little tightness there. My bit's in there. I'll put this aside for now. I have my safety glasses. What I'm gonna do next, this flex shaft, if you have this thing bent at an angle like this, it's going to heat up. Specifically this part here heats up the most, the metal part. You have a little wire that's in there, that little square wire in there that's spinning really fast. When you put these bends in it, it's going to slow this down, one, and two, it's going to generate a lot of heat, and it's going to make your machine malfunction here. So I'm going to turn down my speed a little bit here on my Dremel, and then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to hang it. Okay, so they sell these attachments that you can hang it from so that you don't have too much bend in your shaft. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to hang mine on the end of my tripod here. I don't recommend this, but obviously it works. And one last thing, I actually changed out that collet that came with it for this blower. Obviously you can use the one you want, but I found that when I'm using my Dremel, it's a lot easier to see what I'm doing. When I have this blower on, it kind of blows most of the material away so that I can actually see my lines. But use what you got. So I'm gonna hang this here, like so. That'll work. It's just like using a pencil. It's as easy as that. This attachment I got on Amazon. I think you have to check the actual pricing. I'll put it in the description below so you guys can check it out. But I'm pretty sure I only got it for 20 bucks, which is a deal when you're trying to save your hands and your wrist. Honestly, holding the pencil is a lot easier than holding, I don't know, a hot dog pretty much. So, hey, if you have any tips and tricks for how to use this flex shaft, let me know in the comment section below. Tap that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you can be alerted for the next video that I put out. I got a lot of good stuff coming your way. And for Ready, Set, Build It, I'm Drew. Get out of your comfort zone and try something new. See you on the next one.